Be a part of history and subscribe to my 2 YouTube channels and join the 100,000 pharaohs that exist. And of course, follow me on Twitch as I create a radio station from the ground up. They ain't never seen a young black reporter coming like this.
Hey, my loves. I am asking that you stand with me and boycott Netflix for gender bias and color bias. I was offered a $500,000 deal last week to do a comedy special. However, Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle $20 million. Then Amy Schumer went back and renegotiated $2 more million because she said I shouldn't get what the men are getting, they're legends, however I should get more, and Netflix agreed. When we asked Netflix to explain the difference, why the money was so different, they said, well, we believe that's what Monique will bring. We said, well, what about my resume? They said, we don't go off of resumes. Then we asked them, what was it about Amy Schumer? And they said, well, she sold out Madison Square Garden twice, and she had a big movie over the summer. Is that not Amy Schumer's resume? And then Netflix said, by the way, we believe Monique is a legend too. Why shouldn't I get what the legends are getting? Please stand with me in this boycott of Netflix. I love us for real.
Hey, my loves, I would like you to stand with me in boycotting McDonald's. I ordered a 20-piece nugget and was only offered 2 dipping sauces. Wendy's offered someone 4 sauces for a 10-piece, and Taco Bell gave 590 sauces for 1 taco. I love us for real. Hello, my loves. I would like to ask you to stand with me in boycotting IG. Yesterday, I posted a selfie and got 10 likes in 2 hours. Someone less attractive, posing half naked, posted a pic and was offered 100 more likes. Another post with just a meme got 400 more likes. Make it make more sense. All right, I'm done being petty. That has so many incredible memes. So can I address y'all as my loves? No, I'm not gonna do that. That's like some Birdman, Young Thug type ish. So I'm not gonna say hey my loves, but what it do? Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? We're having a little fun with Monique here. Listen, this could be a serious matter, just depending on where you're at, on what side, if you believe this is really racism or not. So let me just break down this story to you to the best of my abilities. Monique is claiming that she deserves more than $500,000 for her stand-up special that she offered to Netflix, right? And Netflix will produce it, shoot it, everything. Netflix brought 2 of their people out to come to 2 of Monique's shows in the last, 5-6 months, calendar year. And Monique claims that they're only offering her $500,000. She's like, Amy Schumer got $11 million originally. She went back to Netflix and was like, yo, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock got like 20 mil. Can I get a couple million more? Amy Schumer ended up getting $13 million for her stand-up with Netflix. And Monique was still sitting on the $500K that they were offering to her. So the first thing I said to myself was, yo, I just don't think Monique's that popping. But then I did some research on comedy specials. So just to put in perspective why it's just not as simple as saying, yo, take the $500K. As a comedian, once you give Netflix that material, pharaohs, and you do that special, you obviously know you got to come with a new set. So if you're Monique and you can still tour, it's not worth your money or it's not worth your time or whatever. You'll lose money in the end if you give away that material for $500K and you can make more than $500K on the road, which I believe Monique can still do throughout the year if she does a lot of shows. So if you're Monique, you don't want to give that material away for only $500K. Once you pay people, travel and all that stuff, if you can make that back on the road, you want to keep that material, because once it hit Netflix, people are not going to want to see the same old jokes if they go see you in person. So that's why she doesn't want to give it away for cheap. It's not as simple as just taking the money. I know $500K seems like a lot of money to me and you, but to Monique, she's like, yo, that's my material. That'll be the same as a rapper going on and doing an interview and giving away some of his best bars, and then everybody's like, yo, you're not finna try to put this on an album, right? If a rapper tried to put that same material, and we've seen it happen in the past, by the way, put that same material on an album, we're gonna be like, yo, I heard this already. So it's the same thing here with Monique, and she's like, yo, I deserve more than $500K. Let me make this clear. I don't watch Amy Schumer, but I did hear Monique on Hot 97's Ebro in the Morning, and she made some valid points. Her and I forgot the man's name that was with her. They did a phone interview with Ebro and Peter Rosenberg. Really good conversation. Check it out if you haven't done so. I heard Monique's points. Yes, I believe Monique is worth more than $500K. But you are what you negotiate. And can we make the case that Netflix has no idea what's popping in our community, and they just see names like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, and they're able to throw money at them because they know those names, and people look at them as legends. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, but at the same time, listen, Monique's got to find a way in this social media era to get back popping. Yo, I didn't know Monique from her comedy specials. I know she did them. I know she was a queen of comedy, but that was like, what, 10, 15 years ago? I don't hear people tell, like when I'm talking to my partners and I'm asking them, yo, what kind of comedy specials you be checking out? We don't ever bring up Monique. I just don't see her that often. Now, it could be me, but I just don't hear people bragging on Monique's specials. By the way, she has a special on Netflix right now, so next time you do your Netflix and chill thing, she got one on there right now. Nobody cares about it. I just personally thought Monique was not that popping, but hearing her out on Ebro in the morning and her talking about how, yo, this is about black women still being considered less than equal. They're undervalued. It's tough to really quantify the value of a black woman. It's one thing if you're Tiffany Haddish and you're hot right now, but it's another thing when somebody's like a legend like Monique who deserves more respect. Maybe not the legend like a Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle in comedy, but Monique is she says she's the most decorated comedian ever on Sway. I don't know if I can say that, but the woman does have a strong case. I mean, the Parkers was a huge show back in the day. Y'all remember UPN and CW? Hell, I still watch the Parkers down there every night on MTV too. I watch the same stuff every night. Like, the Parkers was a hit show for her. Monique did something different with being a black woman chasing after a man, a professor, right? She did it with movies like Precious. That was huge, you know what I mean? And she's had a couple other roles that have been big time for her as well. I just think Netflix is just like everyone else right now. We're in a what have you done for me lately, and when I hear the name Monique, she just doesn't sound popping to me. Like, I just rather not have Monique do a special for me. I'd rather give that money to Tiffany Haddish or one of these young black. I'd rather salute to Katie Dunn, right? The girl that does all the crazy videos on Instagram. She's funny as hell to me. I don't know what she's like on the stage, but I just think I'd rather give that money to her. She's also more attractive than Monique. I just don't think I want to give that money to Monique. I just don't think I'm checking for a Monique stand-up like that. And Netflix is in a business, and they're like, yo, that doesn't make a lot of business sense. You don't have the popping social media platforms. You know what I mean? How are you going to promote this thing? What is going to make people want to check for a Monique stand-up if nothing clickbait worthy comes out of the stand-up, right? And this is a business, and I just don't think Monique has that content. Y'all talk to me in the comments box below. Do y'all think this is a race thing, or a race and gender thing, that we're just not cherishing the black women? And if we do look at Monique as the queen of female comedy, because when I even thought about it, I didn't even think about, like, who is the queen of women's comedy? That field feels pretty wide open, you know what I mean? When I think about it, Monique is at the top of that list, or she's close to the top. Yo, y'all talk to me in the comment box below. She's definitely one of the funniest women we've ever seen. What y'all think? To me, she definitely deserves more than 500K. But do you think Monique, this is her being a little bit delusional in this era, or do you really think she has a strong case and there is some race and some gender bias toward this black woman, and she doesn't deserve that payday? Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Man, I think she definitely deserves more than 500K, maybe 4 or 5 million. You know what I mean? But that's not my money to play with. But the numbers probably won't favor Monique, and I think that's what's hurting her case right now. The numbers are not in her favor, and you got Amy Schumer doing stadium tours, 50 dates. Dave Chappelle is out in front of thousands of people outside. You know what I mean? Chris Rock is Chris Rock, still doing movies, still an incredible talent on stage. I just don't think the numbers favor Monique. Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. Y'all tell me what's up, man. Y'all still checking for the Parkers or not? I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.